Hey guys, I wanted to try and do a quick video today on the ColourPop blushes, or technically they're called Super Shock Cheek because they have their Super Shock eyeshadows. I'll show you real quickly. These took forever to get to me. I can't blame them because I know they had a huge launch and everything and their website crashed the day that they went on sale, but I was still able to get the 3 colors that I wanted. So I ordered them February 6th and they got to me on February 26th, so it took a long time. I'm sure they're gonna speed that up and everything, but this is what the packaging for those looked like. It is like a coral on the outside and then purpley pink on the inside. And these, everything on ColourPop's website is $5 except for these. These were $8, but they are pretty large. They're bigger than the eyeshadows. So you can see the eyeshadows are $5, these are $8. It's worth it because these are, the eyeshadows are 0.07 ounces and the blushes are 0.15 ounces. So they're twice as big. And they have different finishes as well, which I will get into in a second. So you can apply these with your fingers just like the eyeshadows. That's how you get the best pigmentation out of them. I actually have this color right here is one of the ColourPop eyeshadows, and I applied that with my fingers, and it was the color I just showed you, I think. I can't remember if this came in one of the Christmas sets or not. It might have. I don't know. But anyway, I love that color, and it's very glittery, as you can see. But they have matte and satin, as far as I can tell. I think those were the only 2 finishes. I could be wrong in the blushes. So the 3 colors that I got 2 satins and 1 matte. But I have been applying these with a stippling brush. This is just the Real Technique stippling brush, and it applies them very lightly, so it's easy to not overdo it because they are pretty pigmented if you were to just put them on with your fingers. The first one I got is Birthday Suit, and this is a very pretty kind of like natural mauve-y pink. So I will do a finger swatch. These are like that weird soft creamy texture that feels like powder once you apply it, just like the eyeshadows, so it's pretty much that same formula. This is what this one looks like. And there's a heavy swatch of it. Ignore the fact that I still have little eczema spots all over my hands. And then it blends out very easily, which I like. Ugh, that's just gross. I need to swatch it somewhere else. Okay, so usually with cream blushes I stay away from them because they're very pigmented and then I can't blend them very easily, which I do not like at all. But these, like I said, they just feel, they work like a powder once you apply them. So that is what Birthday Suit looks like. And I shouldn't have applied it like that because now you can't see. I'm gonna put it on my wrist so then maybe I can show it to you better. So, blends out beautifully. That is what that looks like. And that, I don't even know if I mentioned, that is a satin finish. And it, again, with these, they tell you to keep the lid on tight so that it doesn't dry up, which I will be sure to do. Then I got Holiday, which is a matte finish, kind of corally shade. This is actually a color that I would, actually this is more of like a bright peach. This is going to be a very pretty summer color. So that's what that one looks like. And to be honest, there's not that much difference in the colors I got between the matte and satin finishes. Like the satin has a little tiny bit of a sheen, but once they're blended out you can't really tell that much. They're not like super shimmery. I don't know if they have any super shimmery ones. It didn't look like it, but I like to stick to matte blushes for the most part anyway. And then the last one is Fox, and I have this on today very lightly, because you can tell it's very lightly applied because my lights are kind of washing it out, but this is called Fox. And this is probably my favorite color out of the 3 that I got. This one is a very corally, almost like a reddish coral. That's what that one looks like. And this is probably the most pigmented out of the 3 as well, which is why I applied it so lightly. But again, satin finish on that one. Very, very pretty. I rave about ColourPop all the time. I love their lip products, I love their eyeshadows, and now they have blushes, which is pretty awesome. So they do last all day for me. I haven't had any problems with them. I know you've probably heard me mention it before if you've been subscribed to me for a while. I usually hate cream blushes or cream highlighters also, for that matter, because I have really oily skin and they just tend to want to melt off throughout the day because I get oily. But I haven't had that problem with these because, like I said, they pretty much feel and apply like a powder, because they feel creamy in the pan when you touch them, but then as soon as you start blending them, it just feels like you're working with a powder product. So it's not like it's cream sitting on your face and just wanting to like melt off with your natural facial oils. So I haven't had a problem with them not lasting all day or wearing off or anything. I really hope they come out with like highlighters in the future, because I'm a highlighter fiend and I can't help myself when it comes to face highlighters. But maybe in the future, maybe they're working on it. But for now, I really like the blushes. I just wanted to do a separate little video on them to show you guys the colors that I got. And I should probably show you how it applies with... I showed you how it applied with my finger. I will show you how it applies with my brush. It's a little dirty because I used Fox with it today, so I'll just use Fox again. And you kind of have to tap it in there a few times, and as you can see, it picks it up really lightly. And I'm not left-handed, so that's why it looks so ridiculous that I'm trying to do it this way. But this is the best way. Oh, I dug in there too much that time. This is the best way to apply it lightly if you're not used to working with cream type blushes. Kind of looks like a sunburn. But this is a really pretty color. I love that Fox shade. I like all 3 of the ones I picked out, but for some reason that one is just my favorite. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little video about the ColourPop blushes. I have to go wash my brush now. But I have more videos coming up in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you in my next video.